Hey everybody, this is going to be a short series of videos to remind you about a topic you learned about in Algebra 1 called systems of equations that we're going to be working with over the next few days in Algebra 2. So first of all, what is a system of equations? A system of equations is a collection of two or more equations with the same set of unknowns. In solving a system of equations, we are trying to find values for each of the unknowns that will satisfy every equation in the system. You know how an equation can have an x and a y in it? Well, if I have one equation that has an x and a y in it, and another equation that also has the x and the y in it, a system of equations assumes that the x and the y are going to be the same x and y. So we're trying to find points, essentially, that satisfy both equations. So the first way you typically learn how to solve systems of equations is through graphing. So let me pull up a graph here. Here are two equations, and I want to find the solution to the system of equations. In other words, I want the x and y values that simultaneously satisfy both of those equations. So if I look at this first equation, 2x plus 3y equals 14. This is a line, right? It's made up of a series of infinite points. So the reason those points are on the line, so let me click one here. That's 7, 0. If I plug it into the equation, it makes the equation work. 2 times 7 is 14. 3 times 0 is 0. 14 plus 0 is 14. Likewise, if I click, say, this point, 4, 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6. 8 plus 6, 14. Every point on this graph would satisfy that equation. Now, if I also have another equation that's made up of an infinite number of points that satisfy this equation, then when I graph both equations, the point that would satisfy both equations is the point that they share. And in this case, it would be the intersection point. So whenever you're trying to solve a system of equations by graphing, you graph a line, you graph another, and then you find the intersection point, and that is the solution to the system. Up next, we'll talk about substitution.